Sal, across the metropolitan area now, millions of Met fans are saying words you and I can't say on television.
That is correct, Damon. This is almost worst-case scenario, Harp. I don't think Met fans wanted to hear this a week before opening day with Jacob deGrom. There may have been concerns since last year and all that went on, but the Mets said he was healthy all offseason. deGrom looked healthy in spring training, dominating in his short work. How big of an issue right now you think that this is with this injury scare?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, as Andy said, I need to wait for the MRI, but it's troubling, especially for me, for a couple of reasons. He was intentionally dialing it back in terms of the velocity. He said that, throwing 96, 97, because he wanted to be smooth with the delivery. And, you know, what he didn't say was he was hoping probably it would take some stress off the arm, and right away he got an issue. But I think even more significant to me is, remember, last year it was mostly about the elbow, and now you're hearing tight shoulder. And you talk to any, you know, pitcher, pitching coach, doctor, whatever, their shoulder is always a more concern than the elbow. So, you know, that's what would scare me a little bit. And, you know, I mean, you just didn't expect this at this point because he did seem to be ramping up so well.
Now, they do have Scherzer as insurance, but obviously deGrom's the best pitcher in baseball when healthy. Here's my issue with it. It's never clear-cut what the problem is.
Yeah.
So with deGrom, it's, oh, soreness this, tightness that. Are you actually hurt? How many times have we seen MRI clean, and he's still not pitching?
Right.
So I don't understand if it's mental, if it is something physical. That, to me, would be the number one thing that you want to see coming out of the MRI. Obviously, you want it to be clean.
Right.
But do we have a definitive answer here? What's going on and why he feels uncomfortable all the time with that arm?
That's part of the issue, too, is we never got a definitive answer last year about what exactly it was. Remember, at one point, Sandy Alderson said, you know, it was something like a tear, partial tear in the elbow. And deGrom, you know, right away said, no, it was resolved or whatever. So we don't have clarity on what happened there. Remember, deGrom kept saying he thought most of the stuff that he went through last year had almost as much to do with the swing of the bat as it did with the pitching. So you didn't know what to make of that. To me, what you kind of worry about now is that, you know, if he's got something this soon now with the shoulder after the elbow, he's 33 now. It just feels like, you know, is this going to be something that nags him the rest of his career? Is he ever going to be kind of issue-free for significant periods? You know, that's what this season's all about. Look, the Mets got Scherzer to pair with deGrom. Without deGrom, obviously they're not the same team.
Right, they're built to win with that rotation. That lineup is not loaded when you compare it to the top teams around Major League Baseball, but it was the rotation that should have been the separator. Now, it could be worse. They have Scherzer, they have Bassett, they still have a deep rotation, but you can't lose the best pitcher in baseball when you're built like that. And the Met fans' concerns have now been validated. That's the problem, because off of last year, right away this year, essentially a week before opening day, after 2 starts in the spring, you have this concern. How do you now feel comfortable about deGrom moving forward, whether it's the rest of this year, if everything is okay with that MRI, or for the rest of his career?
Yeah,
I think that there's always, how can you count on him now?
That's the problem now, is everybody's going to be holding their breath, Mets fans, Mets executives, everybody, because you're just not going to be able to count on him being healthy. That seems pretty obvious. For this to pop up this quickly, you know, I mean, yeah, it's just, it's worrisome, because we know as guys get older, and it was only last year before all this stuff happened, we were talking about how remarkable it was that Scherzer at deGrom could continue to throw harder into his 30s, but now maybe he's paying a price for that, and that's something that he's going to have to deal with for a long time now.
Now, look, it could be nothing. Let's hope that it's best case scenario here, but obviously cause for concern.